नमस्ते अहिले तपाई हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ ELX इंग्लिश लर्निङ होम।
Hello साथियों, नमस्ते। Adverb Caregiver examination यो very difficult one. Clauses, adverb, adjective, noun. यो भन्न adverb clause, adjective clause, and noun clause. Okay, now let's see today's lesson. Adjective clause. Adjective clause भनेर नाम दिएको पहिलादेखि सिकिरहेको रिलेटिभ क्लज हो। रिलेटिभ क्लजकै नियमहरू फलो गर्ने, तर अब्जेक्टिभ क्वेसन्समा अप्सन्सहरूमा चाहिँ यस्तो वर्डहरू नराखेर एउटा क्लज नै राखेको हुन्छ, जसको लागि तपाईले यो भिडियो अन्त्यसम्म हेर्नुपर्छ। अन्त्यमा अब्जेक्टिभ क्वेसन्सहरू प्रस्तुत गरेको छु। Adjective clauses or relative clauses, okay? रुलहरू उयो with person, मानिससँग, who, whom, whom र कहिलेकाहीँ that पनि प्रयोग हुन्छ र वस्तुहरू थिङ्ससँग with, that र कहिलेकाहीँ what को प्रयोग पनि हुन्छ र प्लेससँग चाहिँ where को प्रयोग हुन्छ अनि ट्राइसँग when को प्रयोग हुन्छ र यहाँनिर हजुरले नोटबुकमा लेखिहाल्नु with प्रोसेस प्रक्रियासँग चाहिँ how को प्रयोग हुन्छ। यहाँ with प्रोसेस भन्ने चाहिँ छुटेछ, how को प्रयोग हुन्छ त्यो कुरा टिप्नु र मैले एडजेक्टिभ क्लजहरूलाई यसरी हाइलाइट गरेको छु, इटालिकमा पनि लेखेको छु। यिनीहरू नै एडजेक्टिभ क्लजका इक्जाम्पल्सहरू हुन्। तर जब हामी एडजेक्टिभ क्लजको कुरा गर्छौँ, रिलेटिभ क्लजको कुरा गर्छौँ, डिफाइनिङ एन्ड नन डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज भनेर दुई भागमा बाँडेको पाउँछौँ। यो डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज र नन डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज भनेर के हो भन्ने प्रष्ट रूपमा आज सिक्नु पर्छ। जस्तो डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज भनेको जुन बिना सेन्टेन्सको अर्थमा नै असहजता आउँछ, जुन चाहिँ एउटा इसेन्सियल पार्ट नै हो, इसेन्सियल पार्टकै रूपमा काम गर्छ, त्यो नहुँदाखेरि सेन्टेन्सको मिनिङमा कन्फ्युजन क्रिएट गर्छ। त्यसलाई त्यस्तो खालको क्लजहरूलाई डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज भनिन्छ। अहिलेसम्म खासै बुझ्नु भएको छैन, तर यहाँ हेर्नु, I'll show you the temple. म तपाईलाई त्यो मन्दिर देखाउने छु भन्दा कुन मन्दिर देखाउने छ? Which temple? Confused. I'll show you the temple. म तपाईलाई त्यो मन्दिर देखाउँछु मात्रै भनेपछि कुन मन्दिर? असहजता, एउटा इनकम्प्लिट सिचुएसन, कन्फ्युजन क्रिएसन हुन्छ, यति मात्र भन्नुभयो। यसैलाई इसेन्सियल पार्टकै रूपमा आउने एडजेक्टिभ क्लज चाहिँ अथवा रिलेटिभ क्लज चाहिँ डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज भनेर भनिन्छ। I'll show you the temple where I got married. I'll show you the temple मात्र भन्दा म तपाईलाई त्यो मन्दिर देखाउँछु मात्र भन्दा कन्फ्युज हो जहाँ मैले विवाह गरेँ भनेपछि ओके यो क्लियर भयो। फेरि आएकोस् त 2 नम्बरमा यो डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज हो। यो बिना हेर्नुहोस् है, द स्टुडेन्ट मिस द टेस्ट, ती विद्यार्थीहरूले टेस्ट मिस गरे भन्दा को विद्यार्थीहरू होइन, कन्फ्युजिङ छ नि त, which स्टुडेन्ट। तर यो डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लजले यसको कन्फ्युजन इनकम्प्लिटनेसलाई कम्प्लिट गर्छ। जस्तो द स्टुडेन्ट हु केम लेट मिस द टेस्ट, ढिलो आउने विद्यार्थीहरू, जो ढिलो आए तिनीहरूले चाहिँ टेस्ट मिस गरेको हो। क्लियर बनाइदिन्छ। क्लियरै बनाउन आवश्यक पर्ने नै पार्ट चाहिँ डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज हुन्छ। अहिले तपाईले नन डिफाइनिङ हेरेपछि पनि यो प्रश्न हुन्छ। कुनै कुनै कुरामा एक्स्ट्रा इन्फर्मेसन दिनु भनेको बेग्लै कुरा हो, तर नदिकन सेन्टेन्सै कन्फ्युजन हुनु, मिनिङै कन्फ्युजन भएर दिनु भनेको डिफाइनिङ हो। He went to the store, त्यो स्टोरतिर गयो भन्दा कुन स्टोरतिर भन्दा where he met his wife, जहाँ उसले उसको श्रीमतीलाई भेट्यो। My parents remember the time, मेरो बुवा आमाले त्यो समय सम्झिनुहुन्छ, त्यो बेला सम्झिनुहुन्छ भन्दा कुन बेला, which time, little bit confusing। When there was no internet, जुन बेला इन्टरनेट थिएन त्यही बेला सम्झिनुहुन्छ भन्दाखेरि त यसले यो व्हाइटमा भएकोलाई कम्प्लिट गर्न नै इसेन्शियल पार्टकै रूपमा यो when there was no internet आएको छ। त्यही भएर यो डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज हो। अब नन डिफाइनिङ रिलेटिभ क्लज हेरौं। Summer will be here in another week, अहिले summer will be here in another week भन्दाखेरि अर्को हप्ताबाट समर सुरु हुन्छ, समर आउँछ, समर सिजन आउँछ भन्दाखेरि तपाईलाई कसैले अब अर्को हप्ताबाट समर सिजन सुरु हुन्छ अथवा अर्को हप्ताबाट समर सिजन आउँछ भन्यो भने कम्प्लिटै छ नि, कन्फ्युजै छैन, नो कन्फ्युजन, इट्स कम्प्लिट। बट this clause, which is my favorite season, यो क्लज किन ल्याइयो भन्दा एक्स्ट्रा इन्फर्मेसन, I love summer, summer is my favorite season भन्ने इन्फर्मेसन फ्लो गर्नको लागि which is my favorite season भन्ने एउटा क्लज थपियो, रिलेटिभ क्लज, or you can say adjective clause. This one is non-defining relative clause because it gives us just extra information. Without it also, the sentence is clear. These words can give you the complete meaning, but this phrase, adjective phrase, provides you extra meaning, extra information, okay? So it is non-defining relative clause. Number 6, my friend, whose house is huge, invited many people in his brother's wedding. Without this clause, Also, this sentence can convey the meaning. My friend invited many people in his brother's wedding. मेरो साथीले उसको दाइको बिहामा धेरै मान्छे निम्ता गर्यो। कुरा छ, तर मेरो साथीको घर ठूलो छ भन्ने information, extra information, whose house is huge, is given here. It is non-defining relative clause. Number 7. The Johnson family lives in Canada. The Johnson family lives in Canada. It's complete. No confusion. But for extra information, which son moved to the UK is provided here to give extra information. It's non-defining relative clause. Okay. Number 8. My friend's father, who owns a travel agency, gave us the tickets. Let's see here. My friend's father gave us the tickets. मेरो साथीको बुवाले हामीलाई टिकटहरू दिनुभयो। कम्प्लिटै छ, तर who owns a travel agency, जसको आफ्नै ट्राभल एजेन्सी छ भनेपछि this one is for extra information, non-defining adjective clause, or you can say relative clause. Okay, now a noun clause. A noun clause may be used as a subject or direct object of the verb, or as a predicate noun, or as object of the prepositions. I know what the answer is. I know what the answer is. Subject, verb, object. यो object मा आएको noun phrase, object मा आएको अवस्था छ. Okay, here is subject, verb, and object. Nobody knows where they live. Yo, where they live is noun phrase. Nobody subject, knows verb, object को रूपमा आएको छ. अब हजुरको नोटबुकमा सार्नुहोस् त. You can put this phrase in subject. Suppose where they live is still unknown. Where they live is still unknown. तिनीहरू कहाँ बस्छन् भन्ने अहिलेसम्म पनि अनभिज्ञ छ, थाहा नभएको अवस्था छ. Nobody knows where they live. This noun clause is in objective form, object after verb. But you can change it into subject, like where they live is still unknown. भन्यो भने where they live subject is verb still unknown. यसरी सब्जेक्टमा गएर बस्न पनि सक्छ. सब्जेक्ट हुन सक्छ, डाइरेक्ट अब्जेक्ट हुन सक्छ. Andy promised that he'd be on time for the party. Okay, this one is noun clause, and you should be responsible for what your children do. This one is preposition. After preposition, here object of the preposition. यो preposition को object बनेर पनि noun clause आउन सक्दो रहेछ. I'm unsure if she's coming. उनी आउँदैछ भन्ने कुरामा मलाई unsure छ. These are noun clause. And very important topic, adverb clause. We have already studied in parts of speech, adverb of time, adverb of place, in this way. Okay? Now, an adverb is a word that modifies above adjective or adverb. Okay? Adverb can modify or adverb modifies above an adjective or an adverb itself. Okay? एउटा एडभर्बले भर्बको मोडिफाई गर्छ, एडजेक्टिभको पनि मोडिफाई गर्छ र एडभर्बकै पनि मोडिफाई गर्छ. र adverb clause, adverb of time, adverb clause of time. Okay? The patient had died before the doctor came. Had died. When? When? What time? Before the doctor came. बितेको थियो, मरिसकेको थियो. कति बेला त? Before the doctor came. Doctor आउनु अगाडि नै. यो before the doctor came is adverb clause of time. Okay? Having finished the work, they took a long rest. They took a long rest. But when? After finishing the work. Having finished means after finishing the work. काम सिद्ध्याए पछाडि. This one, having finished the work, is an adverb clause. Adverb clause of time. Adverb clause showing purpose. He manages a lot of time for the social works. Purpose. के उद्देश्यले, के उद्देश्यका साथ. He manages a lot of time for the social work. Why he manages time? Why does he manage time, a lot of time for the social works? In order to be a popular leader. Purpose is, what's the purpose? Why he manages the time? In order to be a popular leader. That's the purpose of managing a lot of time for the social works. Okay? Number 2. I always lock my bike so that no one can steal it. I always lock my bike. What's the purpose of locking? What's the purpose of locking the bike every day? Purpose? So that no one can steal it. ताकि कसैले नचोरोस्. त्यो उद्देश्य. He studies hard. Why? Why does he study hard? What's the purpose of it? So that he may pass the examination. Adverb clause modifying adjective. We have already talked about the work of an adverb. Adverb clause modifying adjective. Bob is taller. Taller than whom? taller than any other boy I know. मैले चिनेका अरू केटाभन्दा बब अग्लो छ, अधिक अग्लो छ. The public library is bigger. Bigger than what? Bigger than it used to be. Than it used to be. Okay? यसरी क्लोजकै अप्सन दिने सम्भावना हुन्छ इक्जाममा. यिनै क्लोजहरू यसै गरी दिएर Ram is as clever as its sister. Dan छ भने बिगरवाला आइरहेको हुन्छ भने यस्तो बेलामा चाहिँ as clever as its sister जति नै उसको सिस्टर जति नै क्लेभर छ. Adverb clause of contrast to show the contrast. Adverb clause to show the contrast. We enjoyed the picnic. Contrast means unexpected. Unexpected result. It rained heavily. We enjoyed the picnic. Generally, when it rains in the picnic program, it will be boring. But here, just contrast. There is unexpected result, and although it's here, we enjoyed the picnic. Even though, or although, or though, it rained heavily. Contrast कसरी छ? Rained heavily छ, but enjoyed छ. यो unexpected छ, contrast छ. Next, while my father likes a puppy, if your father likes a puppy, he'll buy a puppy, he'll take a puppy at home, or he'll love it, take it, and give food to it. But यता हेर्नु त contrast. He never lets us buy one. So it is adverb clause. Adverb clause of contrast to show the contrast. Okay, contrast. Adverb clause modifying verbs. We left the bicycle where we had found it. We left. Where left? Where we had found it. Where we had found. In the same place, we left the bicycle. छोड्यौं. छोड्यौं. यो भर्बलाई मोडिफाई गरेर छ. कहाँ छोड्यौं? छोड्यौं. जहाँ भेटिया थियो. Where we had found it. The teacher punished Ram because he broke the window. Punished. Verb. यो भर्बलाई मोडिफाई गर्छ हेर्नुहोस् है. Punished. किन punished? Why? Why did the teacher punish Ram? Because he broke the window. Punishing and breaking window. They have direct relation here. Because if you didn't break, teacher wouldn't punish. Okay? When the rain began, we were 6 miles from home. We were 6 miles from home. What time? When? When the rain began. Beginning rain and being beginning, starting to rain and being 6 miles from home. These were 6 miles from home, and when the rain began, have relation. I could hardly hold my head up. I could hardly hold. It was very difficult for me to hold my head up. Why? Because I was so sleepy. Being so sleepy uh, and finding it very hard to hold up head. यिनीहरू दुईटा बीचमा रिलेसन छ. Now, choose the correct answer. यहाँ हेर्नुहोस् त फ्रेजहरू क्लजहरू नै दिएको छ. क्लज भनेको क्लजमा सब्जेक्ट र verb हुन्छ. Jerry received a bad mark on his essay. Was only one page, which was only one page. Now here is blank and here is essay. Things सँग, with things we take that or which. Be right. Number 2. That is the man. Blank, here is man, person. We use who, whom, whose with person. Whom I met at Alice's party. Okay? Be right, A right. Here, number 3. He's so tired. One thing you have to know here is so tired that, so hard that, so plus adjective plus that. धेरै नि. So tired that, एकदमै थाकेको. So cold that, अत्यन्तै चिसो. Okay? If you know this, you will certainly choose this sentence. Okay? He can't walk. He was so tired that he's so tired that he can't work. ऊ यति थाकेको छ कि ऊ काम गर्न सक्दैन, even to speak, बोल्न पनि सक्दैन. I don't know where they live, that they live. यहाँ चाहिँ हल्का इंग्लिशको नलेज नभइकन यस्तो कुराहरू मिलाउन गाह्रो पर्छ. I don't know where they live. Noun clause. Okay? Next number. He rarely listens to it on the radio. He rarely listens to it on the radio. And here, although my father likes country music, because my father likes country music, it doesn't match. But this one, to show the contrast. Okay? Adverb clause, showing the contrast. Although my father likes country music, if your father likes country music, he may listen to again and again and again, or he may always listen it. But what happens here? He rarely listens. Rarely and likes. Contrast. यहाँ contrast देखिएको छ. Although my father likes country music, यद्यपि मेरो बुवाले कन्ट्री म्युजिक मन पराउनुहुन्छ आफ्नो देशको गीतहरू he rarely listens to it on the radio बिरलै मात्रै सुन्नुहुन्छ he always थियो भने त या he always खालको थियो भने त because खालको आउने थियो तर A right she gets up early in the morning what is the purpose adverb clause or purpose बिहान उनी छिटै उठ्छिन् in order to be in time for work number B right 7 here someone is explaining the purpose okay these are the process not purpose process छ भने how गर्नु है भनेर अघि भनेको थिए okay these are the process how you can take care of sick people okay telling the process 8 Sabina is than Kripa taller Dan हुने बित्तिकै taller आयो Falpa is dotted ilam यहाँ Dan छैन Dan छ भने मोरवाला ER वाला आउँछ Dan नभयो भने as plus adjective plus as Palpa is as beautiful as Ilam Palpa Ilam जति नै सुन्दर छ 10 This is Jimmy's new bike which he got from his parents A right Please take some warm clothes with you यस्तो भइहालेमा just in case it gets cold at night possibility राति जाडो भइहालेमा काम लाग्छ भइहाल्न पनि सक्छ त्यसो हुँदा take some warm clothes with you just in case it gets cold at night 12 He spent most of his time playing with his friends. Therefore, he wasn't well prepared for the exam. उनले धेरै समय साथीहरूसँग बिताए त्यसकारण एक्जामको लागि उ राम्रो तयारी भएको थिएन He wasn't well prepared for the exam. Okay, right. 13 I arrived late for the performance. प्रस्तुतिको लागि म ढिलो आइपुगे कारण के हो Due to a traffic jam on the motorway. Due to because of को meaning को कारणले हुन्छ त्यसकारण A right यहाँ अरु पनि मिक्स गर्दैको छ and these are last I would take more photos would plus V1 conditional sentence type 2 if the camera worked would plus V1 should plus V1 might plus V1 would plus V1 छ main clause मा भने if clause मा V2 हुन्छ त्यसो हुँदा if the camera worked यदि क्यामेराले काम गरेको भए म धेरै फोटोहरू खिच्ने थिए He would spend all of it would plus V1 छ यतापटि V2 चाहिन्छ If I gave my son a lot of money he would spend all of it Okay 15 In this way Today's lesson is over. Now, please. तपाईले मैले यस्तो व्यस्त समयमा पनि धेरै अनलाइन क्लासहरु जुम क्लासहरु लिँदै पनि यसरी भिडियो सेयर गरे र अरु टपिकमा भिडियो सेयर गर्न इन्करेज गर्नको लागि धेरै भन्दा धेरै सेयर गरिदिनुहोस्। नयाँ हुनुहुन्छ भने च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गर्न पनि नभुल्नुहोस् र यो च्यानलहरु द बेस्ट प्रिपरेसन अथवा इंग्लिश लर्निङ होम ELH मा जहिले पनि पढाइको कुरा नै भइरहेको हुन्छ। त्यही भएर यो च्यानलहरु सब्स्क्राइब गर्न पनि नभुल्नु होला। Thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Bye bye.